Well, hey guys, welcome to another day on the shop. Today, it's been fun. Michael's in town for a little bit. He came by today and we've played around, broke stuff, played with other stuff, learned. So the overview of today really is we'll talk about each thing with what Michael's gotten to do today, and I think he's had a fun time. Probably not. Well, he learned a little bit of plasma cutting, and he got to do that for a little bit. Left him unsupervised, but he did good. So, was that your first time?
Yeah, using a plasma cutter. It was pretty fun. Not too bad, you know. Pretty easy to pick up on once you get the basic sound of figure out how it works and how close you need to be to the metal. And once you get used to it, it's not too bad.
So, would you use that over as a cutoff wheel, or I guess another type of saw or whatever else?
I guess it would depend on what I was cutting and if it was on the car or off the car. But I can definitely see its uses.
So he got to do that, and then he got to play around doing some tack welding and playing with a welder. I'm guessing that's your first time with a welder too?
Yeah, that'll take a lot more practice. Yeah, those were not pretty, but it was a good experience.
So we're having fun playing with fabrication tools and learning as we go, building different things. So basically, as of building trailer ramps, he got to help out with a little bit of that, seeing different things. Got to check out the Harbor Freight Titanium modular welding table, which I think he was kind of impressed with how it is.
Yeah, I like that.
But he tried the ARC Captain Cut 50 and went through that, and we were using the Chicago Electric 170 welder for a bit on gas, but he got to take a look at the ARC Captain MiG 145 Pro as well and just see the compactness and the lightness of it. There's other videos on those that I have kind of explaining more about their features and how they work and everything and their price points and all. But then after all that fabrication fun, we went to take Camaro out, and of course the battery's dead because I haven't been driving it very much, and we jumped it off with a Jeep and got it going. And then once we did that, sadly Michael didn't get to drive it how I drove it because I was seeing how things were going, and we didn't video all that. We got to the point where we were running down the road, and after being aggressive with the throttle and kind of not paying attention to what I was doing, looked down at my water temperatures and they went up to 250, and there's a little video of me talking about that, which we'll play now.
All right, we got it all rinsed off. Let's go for a ride.
Yep, looks like that hose kind of parted.
I got you open the hood.
You got me open? Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. That has no belt. This right here. This does not cool if it's not spinning. That sounds horrible too. Well, we're starting to cool off. It was pegged out beyond 250, pulled over, and went to figure it out. Well, I have no volts and no cooling on my water. My belt came off after a nice little fun pull on the Camaro, and we're gonna get back and fix this and try and drive it around a little bit more. It was fun for a moment, but yeah, let's get back and fix this. All right, now Michael's driving.
Yeah, runs fine when I drive.
Well, we got water temp, but the alternator does not want to work very well. I don't understand why. I'm gonna watch this water temp to see if the belt flies off again. But other than that, cruising. Enjoyable, nice and easy going. So after we unintentionally broke the Camaro and tossed the belt off, I had to phone a friend. The wife was at Walmart, so I had her go get me a crescent wrench and 2 bottles of water, and she dropped it off, and then we still had struggles because the battery was dead, so she had to come back and bring a jump pack, and then we were going to tow the vehicle because we couldn't jump it off very well, and then it started up and died on us, and we had to jump it off again. Finally got it back. It's making some funny noises. It was down about a gallon of water after it overheated and blew the top hose off a little bit. It didn't really spray out everywhere. Then Michael got to drive it for about a quarter mile home.
Took it nice and easy though.
Yeah, the alternator's dead, I think. It's not working. So all in all, we had a good day of breaking stuff with the Camaro.
Yeah, it was an eventful day, but good.
Well, he's been here about 4 times with the Camaro sitting here, and he's never got to really drive it or anything else. So we will make more plans for that later, and we'll be having more fun with that in time to come. But anyway, yeah, we're going to SEMA this week, or at least trying to. We're going to go to SEMA Fest on Friday, I know. Actual SEMA, we're trying to kind of figure out how to get in without all the credentials that we need because we lacked them this year. But we've already prepared for next year, and we're going to SEMA next year, which we're pretty happy about. And yeah, we're going to try and change a few things with this channel. I have another channel called 251 Designs, which is more in depth of fabrication and stuff like that, with most of my tools and everything else, CNC plasma and everything. And Michael has branched off to do Midnight Miata NC as his own channel. So go check that out. He's gonna take a couple of the videos that we have on this channel and spice them up and put them on his, as well as he does a lot of toge runs. If you've watched the Colorado trip and seen the little track experience we had, including the wreck,
mostly fixed now.
Yeah, and our little adventure to Pikes Peak, and then driving 2.5 hours with a gas can in between my legs. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun for me.
And then camping on asphalt,
yeah,
on a mattress that didn't blow up. Yeah, it was a fun experience, but get to know his channel, and he's going to do a lot more with his Miata, and a lot more upgrades and a lot more toge runs and other track related.
A lot of track days this summer. Well, this coming summer. Obviously, we're getting into winter now. But
talking about the Camaro, I have a choice me and Michael have been talking about with deciding some certain things. The 350 in it has been rebuilt. I'm not a carb expert by any means, so dealing with all the little nitpicky things with the way the 350 is going and the rebuild that it had, and I've had some wires burn up from the exhaust temperatures the way they're ran. I'm contemplating on changing up a couple things with the wiring, but I'm also looking at either going throttle body fuel injection or scrapping the 350 and going to an LS1 and just doing a semi-mild build LS1 to where It's about 450 horsepower. Not sure if I want to keep the turbo 400 or if I want to go to a 4L60, or not 4L60 because they break, 4L80, and kind of go the budget route with it, but try and get the most bang for the buck with that, because the 350 is great nostalgia and parts are cheap, but they're not as abundant as more modern day vehicles where I can't go to like AutoZone or wherever and pick up what I need right then with everything that you possibly could need. Plus I want more reliability, and I wouldn't mind having a little bit more flexibility with gas mileage versus power. Gas mileage on a carbureted engine is what it is, and you don't really have a fluctuation in that. Fuel injected, the computer controls it also. As long as you're not romping on the throttle, normally you're making 20 plus miles to the gallon. Carburetor, you're making 8 to maybe 15, and that's where it stays. It doesn't really fluctuate much from that unless you're just full throttle. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get Michael back out here to do all these swaps and whatnot with me.
I'm working on it.
But anyway, it's a short little rendition of him being here, and he's flying back today, but then we'll reunite in Vegas in a couple days and have shenanigans out there and see what we can get into. So yeah,
It should be a good time.
Check out his channel. We'll link it in the description and probably right here. And give him a follow if you like NC Miatas or track stuff or toge stuff. And yeah, just a short little vlog here. So guess we will see y'all in a few days.
Yep. See you later.